Fala galera, bora continuar o jogo, continuar as missões aqui. Eu acabei de fazer uma das missões principais, né? Cara, onde que eu tô mesmo? Ah, sim. Na verdade, acabei de falar com o Sim. E ele falou pra entrar no esgoto, né? Mas...
It's locked.
Mas nós não vamos fazer isso por enquanto. Nós vamos atrás das secundárias antes. As missões secundárias. Vamos lá. Tem bastante, hein? Bastante. Ah, tem uma aqui também, ó. Vou fazer essa aqui primeiro, hein? Pra recuperar um pouquinho da saúde. Saúde desse cara aqui. Onde você está, cara? Tem algum... Olha, tem eventos aqui no hospital, tá aqui. Quem que é esse cara, mano? Tá. Meio longinho. Cara, o mapa desse jogo é muito confuso, velho. Eu ainda não consegui me acostumar com o mapa dele. Tem inimigo.
Crush the leech, boys! It's mine! I'll take it!
Ó, nível 22, eu preciso dar uma evoluída, hein, meu. O problema é que nesse jogo você evoluir é complicado, né? Porque você só consegue evoluir quando você dorme. E é importante você fazer o máximo de coisas que você conseguir antes de dormir, porque o progresso ele muda, né? Dependendo do que acontece, do que você das suas ações, né? Oh, caramba. Vamos lá, vou subir aqui. A coisa que é interessante nesse jogo é que ele não tem fast travel, o que dificulta um pouco, mas eu acho mais... Ih, tá fechado, quer ver? Caramba, viu? Ele dificulta, né? Dificulta não, né? Fast travel é meio... Ele te ajuda, mas... Que legal, hein? Ele te ajuda, né? Mas sai um pouco da realidade, né? Esse negócio de fast travel. Tá. Tem que ir pra lá. Consigo ir pra lá? Não consigo ir pra lá, né? É por cima, será? Mas eu não ando ali naquela ponte. Pode voltar tudo, mano. Aí.
It's locked.
Que casa é essa? Ah, tá, é aquela casa que tinha uns negocinhos ali dentro e tal. O cara atirando aqui. Prosseguimos. A gente está nos arredores do hospital já. Ai, caramba, cara.
Easy does it, boys. Shit, that leech is fire. We have to stop it. Go back home, idiot! Watch out, lads! Watch it! It's a killer! Burger! That's what you do with leeches!
Beleza. Aqui já é o hospital, né? Esses eventos aqui eu vejo depois, no retorno. Não vou fazer agora. Oi, caramba. Ok. Ué, não dropou nada? Poxa vida, hein? E o mais legal desse jogo é que até agora eu não enfrentei um vampiro, né? Tudo isso aqui é familiares, não são vampiros. Quero ver a hora que eu vou enfrentar um vampiro de verdade, mano. Vai ser tenso, provavelmente. Cara, um beco aqui sem saída, eu vim nesse beco já. Tem um skull ali. Enfim. Um dos meus gatos estão miando. Ué. Aqui. Ih, o cara tá ali em cima. E como é que eu chego ali agora?
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Puta merda. Requer enfeitiçar nível 3. Meu santo. Aí lascou o bonde do Tigrão, hein? Caralho.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Beleza, né? Vamos lá. Tudo isso aqui é lá na doca. E eu vim aqui pra nada. Putz, grila, viu? Ô caramba. Ó o perigo, ó o perigo. Enfrentar vários de uma vez é complicado, né? Opa, opa. Ah não, é o cartaz. Vamos fazer aqueles eventos lá no hospital. Aproveitar que a gente perdeu tempo vindo aqui, né? Vir aqui. Cara, eu sinto falta de um minimapa aqui, velho. Dá uma olhada, não tem, né? Minimapa. Deixa eu desligar a definição de brilho, jogabilidade. Não tem minimapa, né? Se tivesse. Cara, desde ontem eu tô ouvindo o choro de uma criança, de um bebê, velho. Eu não sei onde que é, mano. Vou pegar esses eventos aqui. Lady Ashburn. Cadê a Lady Ashburn? Tá ali. Vai acontecer alguma coisa ali, hein? Pareceu aquele ícone de vigiar, né? Olha a Lady Ashburn. Ah, não. Pera aí, Lady Ashburn, já falo contigo. Vai acontecer um evento aqui, eu vi que vai acontecer um evento aqui. Caramba, esses dois aqui estavam brilhando. Aí, ó, tá brilhando, ó. Quer ver? Olha lá, tá vendo? Vai acontecer alguma coisa ali. Preciso achar o ponto de visualização daquilo. Olha lá, ó. Ah, achei. Não achei. Olha lá, ó, sumiu. Cacete. Vai acontecer algum evento aqui, mano. Dá uma esperada. Lá vai acontecer alguma coisa, mano. Tá vendo? Vamos ver o que é.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Não entendi não. Vamos lá, abrir o diálogo com ele. Vamos lá.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Aqui, ó, sobre sua
Your medical
condição.
report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Doctor.
Estranho, hein? Será que ele tá infectado com... Vamos lá, Lady Ashburn.
How are you this evening, Jonathan?
The scowl that escaped from the hospital is eluding me. He must be caught.
Scowls are a risk to the balance we maintain. It needs to be stopped.
The head of the guard of Prewan stopped by to see Dr. Swansea.
You have nothing to fear. The Guard would not risk openly challenging the Brotherhood. Even they are not that foolish.
Now that the hunters are aware of my presence, they could discover your whereabouts too.
Don't worry. I've evaded those jackals in the past, and I shall do so in the future. And besides, who would ever suspect the kind Samaritan Lady Ashbury?
I noticed there was no love lost between the Brotherhood and the Guard.
They share the same fascination in our species, but they diverge from any commonality in thought. Talk to Dr. Swansea if you wish to know more.
When we were at the funeral, I had a feeling. I think I met my maker.
You do not have to tell me if you don't wish to.
Should I not?
In most circumstances, a vampire would not discuss his maker. There is a strong bond that exists between a maker and their progeny.
There is almost nothing to say. He appeared in a gush of blood, prattled off some riddles, and vanished without even telling me his name.
Be on guard, Jonathan. Whoever your maker is, he's obviously as powerful as he is elusive.
Ele, será que eu vou encontrar com o meu
You
criador
certainly
no
hate
jogo?
skulls.
No, not hate. I pity them. Damaged and broken for eternity. Can you imagine, Jonathan? Can you imagine what they must be suffering?
I would not have labeled them all the same. I've met some that are quite clever, in fact. Much like people.
I am sorry. You should know Skal is derived from slave. Vampires have never looked kindly on their lesser progeny.
Do you think they can be trusted?
They are weaker than us in every sense. From their abilities to being able to control their hunger. There is a savagery in them.
Aqui no jogo, aqui no jogo eles chamam de Skulls, né? Skulls. São os familiares, né? No jogo Vampiro, RPG, a máscara, essas coisas, sabe que você também pode ter familiares que são escravos, né? Dos vampiros. Que não necessariamente eles são abraçados, porque para você virar um vampiro você precisa ser abraçado, né? Um vampiro precisa abraçar, né, a vítima, que é aquele ato que ele suga todo o sangue da vítima e faz a vítima beber o seu sangue, e aí ele vira um vampiro. Os Skulls, que são os familiares, na verdade eles não são criados dessa forma, né? Eles não são mordidos. Eu vi uma carta aqui. É isso mesmo? Uma carta aqui. Carta moçada. Tá. Clay Cox.
Hey, Doc.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
A lucky charm? I never would have taken you as the superstitious type.
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my weapon of choice for when the really dirty business comes around.
What can you tell me about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your toes?
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
Of course.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Ok, espera só um pouquinho, deixa eu dar comida para os meus gatos. Vamos lá, voltando. Pera, tem, se eu não me engano, tem mais um evento aqui, ó. Com o Doutor Swansea. Vamos lá.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off.
Opa.
Jonathan, have you got any news about Sean Hampton?
I'm still investigating. In the meantime, I have some questions.
All right, just ask.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
What are you talking about? Have you seen such a phenomenon yourself?
No. I was just daydreaming. Since blood seems to be the key of our existence, I imagined what could be the ultimate state of a vampire.
I see. Well, too bad you didn't see such a creature. It could have been a fascinating subject of observation.
What is the antagonism between your Brotherhood of St. Paul Stoll and the Guard of Priwen?
It is an old and sad story, Jonathan. A story of a betrayal and of a definitive schism.
Who betrayed who?
I suppose each side would tell you the fault lies with the other. This I know for sure. A long time ago, members of the Brotherhood chose to hunt down vampires.
How many are you in the Brotherhood?
You mean today? Not many. A dozen, perhaps even less since the war. We are scholars, Jonathan. We favor quality to quantity.
Gostei.
Tell me, Edgar, how did you meet Lady Ashbury?
I met her 9 years ago. I was working in Scotland at the time in a sanatorium the good lady visited from time to time. She subsequently offered me a position here, at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oxi.
Why offer you this position?
I'd already been experimenting with blood-borne diseases and transfusion methods. Without success, I'm afraid. How could I refuse such a fascinating creature? So, in 1911, I took charge of the Pembroke.
Pembroke.
Pembroke Hospital. Why that name?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's meant to refer to the Earl of Pembroke. Perhaps it's someone she used to know?
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
Lady Ashbury. Deixa eu sair por aqui que é mais perto. Sair pela minha casinha. Cara, eu ainda preciso descobrir como é que eu dou água para esta planta. Deixa eu aproveitar e... Ah, tá aqui. Deixa eu ver o que eu posso fazer aqui. Posso fazer mais um desse. Posso fazer bastante desses. O que eu posso reciclar aqui? Tem bastante, tem bastante. Tem bastante também, tem bastante. Bora. Tô fazendo as missões secundárias antes. É tudo lá, né? Nas docas. É tudo aqui nas docas. Não, não é nas docas não. Eu não vim pra cá ainda não. Work. Vamos lá.
When I get back, I'll have really piss me off.
Porra, mano. Padre, velho. Esses padres são chatos demais, mano.
Have faith, brothers! Roll back to the hell Oh no! Stay back, please!
Pô, você não dropou nada, velho. Que chato. Bora.
Sorry, sir. Die first! He's dead!
Esquiva pro lado, né, meu querido? Cara, esquiva pra frente. Burro pra caralho, né? No caso, eu. Vamos lá, uma latinha. Pra cá. Não, mas não é aqui que eu quero ir. É pra cá. Eu acho que eu não vou conseguir passar pra lá, hein? Ou vou? Eu acho que não, hein? Tem que ir por cima? esse lugar, hein? Toca House. Eu tô debaixo da ponte. Ué, mas... acho que aqui foi o começo do jogo, né? Acho que isso, é isso mesmo. Eu passei por aqui no começo do jogo. Eu vim de lá, né? Eu vim daqui então, sou burro pra caramba, hein?
This is no place for you, sir. Burn it!
Cara, esse bastão é muito bom, mas eu queria encontrar uma mais fortinha, hein? Minha estamina foi pro saco. Beleza, prosseguimos. Tem uma porta aqui.
It's locked, all right.
Trancado. Queria saber como é que abre esses cofres, hein?
It's locked, all right.
aqui é um esconderijo, hein?
It ain't human! Kill it!
Nossa. Você vai ficar aí na porta mesmo, cara? Eles não sabem abrir portas, pelo visto. Né? Deixa eu matar o besteiro primeiro, que esse aqui é problemático.
One of them! Christ! He's dead! He's too fast!
Caramba, mano, eles pararam de dropar. Não, bom. Tem escal pra cá, né? Aqui, pronto. Outro esconderijo. Tem coisa aqui, hein? Vamos examinar cada cantinho. Nossa, quem eras tu? Alguma coisa vai ter aqui depois pra frente, certeza, não é possível. Não tem nada. Enfim, vamos lá. Pra baixo.
This place looks like the picture I saw of the bomb site. Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects.
É ali, ó. Que eu tenho que ir, mas... Dá uma explorada. Buquê de flores. Chega mais, meu amigo.
Pillage all you deserve. Die, vermin! Its head! Crush the leech! You're mine!
Chave da fundição. É, eu estou numa fundição. Vamos ver o que eu encontro por aqui. Tem uma escada ali, pera aí. Deixa eu ver se tem mais alguma coisa pra cá. Tem uma porta, né?
Best stay back, sir.
E aí, cara?
The leech, boys! Fuck! It's mine! Murdering bastard!
Tem mais escada. Deixa eu vir pra cá primeiro. Uhum. E aí, cara? Certo. Tem um padre ali, e esse é perigoso. Distância. Esse inimigo tira dano pra cacete, velho. Caraca, eu tô perdido de novo já. Pera, aqui é a fundição. Sim, aí eu subi a escada, né? Tá. Beleza. Acho que eu passei por aqui também no começo do jogo. Ou não? Não sei porquê, mas eu tô achando que vai dar uma merda. Dá pra subir aqui. Pera aí, então. Ué, mas dá pra vir pra cá também? Onde que é aqui? Deixa eu ver.
Let's turn around. Steady, boys. We've got one of them here. That's gonna hurt.
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory.
É, foi aqui que aconteceu tudo. Caraca, velho, olha isso. Eita porra. Tudo isso é corpo, mano. Nossa, velho. Pior que isso meio que representa o que a gente tá passando por hoje, né? Esse coronavírus. Nossa, velho. Nossa. Opa. Nossa, tô arrepiado, velho. Foda, hein? Beleza. Lugar sinistro, velho. Sinistro demais, mano.
May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace.
Beleza. Bora. Ops. Oxi. Cadê o... Ah, aqui.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hit that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yeah. A sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
Were you thankful for what he did for you?
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No. I don't want to remember it.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
No, Dyson, they didn't all die. I met a boy who survived the explosion.
I never heard of an injured boy.
Not a scratch on him. I suspect he wasn't in the car when it exploded.
In the car? You mean...
Yes, Dyson. You killed his parents.
Why tell me this?
I don't know. Perhaps one day you'll talk to him and tell him the truth.
Who is that boy? How can I find him?
That's easy. Most of the time, he's in the same place. The place you never want to go back to.
Trágico.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
To see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Deixa eu fazer aqui.
I should shut the...
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Pre-1 guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor. But It's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Vou entregar, vai.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
So you mean your customers know about your sordid past?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others and die, eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and fear run the show, I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened, staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time, a proud, wet boot boy.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
You refused to kill him because you wanted to feel some of that happiness yourself. You empathized with him.
Exactly. The man was a bloody landlord who rented overpriced flats. Selfish bastard. But he made me smile. And I was no different from him.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
I should have offered a drink to the boy.
Beleza. Deixa eu ver aqui.
He cursed all night. He's just... What's that other lost orphan?
Oxe, quem é esse aqui? Ué, eu não vim aqui?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor,
Não fazia
yes?
ideia, claro.
So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Essa mulher tá meio doida, né?
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh no, I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippets.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Putz. Vou contar, né?
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course he's not. I've seen him. Tonight, in fact. Ever the joker, Dr. Tippets.
Ixi, a tiazona aqui tá doidona, velho.
I found this watch. It was a gift from you to your boy, wasn't it? I think it should return to you now.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I recall the day I offered Jack this watch. Oh, it was such a beautiful day. Thank you, sir.
Trinkets and possessions help us remember our past. Promise me you'll not lose it.
I would never lose anything that belonged to Jack. Why don't you take this? Dr. Tippets? Please, for your charity.
Deixa eu ver se abriu algum outro diálogo aqui. Não.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippets.
Putz, eu não me chamo de Dr.
I
Tippets.
haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Beleza.
Goodbye, Miss Gilligan.
E aí, garoto?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the wet boot boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. I heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Ih, Cacilda, tem bastante coisa, hein? Uns itens meio suspeitos aqui. Deixa eu ver aqui de novo porque abriu o diálogo.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course. So, Dr. Tippets.
Ué.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Achei que tinha aberto diálogos, mas não. Bom, beleza. Curado, curado, curado. Aqui eu não consegui curar ainda. Deixa eu ver se tem mais alguém pra esse lado aqui. Eita porra. Colar os cartazes ou queimar. Vou queimar, mano. Que colar cartaz o quê? Tô perdido de novo, mano. Puta que pariu. Morreu de morte morrida. Vamos lá. Graninha, graninha. Mais coisas. Opa, aqui. Beleza. Tem um skull ali. E aí, cara? Olha a merda, olha a merda. Beleza. Mais grana aqui. Cadê? Ah, aqui, ó.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you
O
noticed
caçador de
anything
vampiros aí, ó.
suspicious lately?
Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa aqui. No.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Shornhampton Shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Goodbye.
Caçador de vampiros. Deixa eu ver o que mais que tem pra cá. Procure os ladrões. Onde eles estão? Tá pra lá. Perto do objetivo. Aqui. Beleza, tá do outro lado. E aqui. Tá nos esgotos, que é o objetivo também. Então, vamos fazer as duas side quests daqui. E aí a gente já vai pro objetivo. Caramba! O que eu tenho que fazer mesmo? Tá.
I cannot enter.
Espera que tem uma missão aqui. Aqui, ó.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Does grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen
It's
and
locked.
easy targets in... What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Recupere o colar de semi-refresh perdeu. É, acho que eu não encontrei, né? Aqui eu tenho que falar com quem? Com a dona Edwina Cox. Beleza. Tomates. Aqui, deixa eu falar com ela.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
You never paid him a visit at the Pembroke Hospital, did you?
And I don't intend to. In Clay's case, I'm not against a medical mistake or a little help from the Spanish flu.
Nossa.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Oh, louco.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Mulherzinha de... senso... bem forte.
The mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Deixa eu comprar isso aqui. O resto de boas. Deixa eu falar com ele aqui que eu abri uma pista dele aqui também, né?
You again. What do you want?
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are. I know, I saw one, but no one believes me.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw him grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't a human. Not human at all.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Deixa eu ver quem que é o Clay Cox. Eu não lembro quem que é o Clay Cox. Clay. Aqui. Ah, tá. Beleza. Aqui procura os ladrões de Gisele. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo achar o colar dela. Recupera o colar do Sr. Fish perdeu. Cara, isso vai ser difícil encontrar, hein? Não faço a mínima ideia de onde procurar, velho.
It's locked, all right.
Deixa eu ver aqui. Foi aonde o... Mano, eu não consigo entrar aqui, velho. Aí ferrou, né?
I cannot enter.
Salve C4, beleza?
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Sem diálogo. Sem diálogo.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Hypocrites.
Good evening, Mr. Fishman.
Yeah.
Sem diálogos e também sem diálogos.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Aqui é o Rufus. Cara, achar escolar aqui vai ser tenso, hein? Eu vou fazer o seguinte, eu vou dormir e vou vir pra missão aqui. Antes, deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui. Deixa eu ver o que eu consigo fazer aqui. Não consigo fazer mais um desses. Beleza. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo melhorar aqui a arma. Não consigo. Componente bom de empunhadura, mano. Onde eu encontro isso? Eu peguei itens aqui. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo ver o que que... Colar. Ué, mas eu tô com colar. Opa, C4, valeu, cara. Muito obrigado aí pela presença aí, mano. Anel, bracelete, caixa enferrujada. Cara, eu tenho colar, velho. Uma pequena caixa de música contém uma carta dobrada. Isso aqui é a carta da louquinha lá, né? Carta inacabada, nota de aviso. Mano, eu vou dormir. Vou C4, eu vou fazer live amanhã, eu vou fazer de tarde, eu vou fazer live de Genshin Impact. E de noite eu vou fazer um pouco de Vampyr. Eu pretendo aí acabar o Vampyr no máximo até semana que vem, que eu tenho outros jogos para começar a fazer. Mas vai ter live sim, mano. Aumentar o dano da mordida. Regeneração. Isso aqui também é muito útil. Vou aumentar o vigor. Valeu, C4. Isso aí, mano. Obrigado você pela presença aí, mano. Tamo junto. Deixa eu ver aqui. Capacidade de sangue, grande sede. Muito observação. Deixa eu aumentar um pouquinho a. Aqui o sangue. 600. Autofagia. Troque mais 100 para curar instantaneamente e receber uma rejeição de vida. Aí fica a pergunta, se eu escolher um caminho, já era? Deixa eu ver o sombrio. Mano, eu vou aumentar mais a capacidade de sangue, velho. Mil. Aqui também eu vou aumentar. Mais vigor. Não, puta, 1000. Aí é foda. Mais vida, vai. Caraca, 2000, velho. É muito sangue, mano. Oh, muita experiência, mano. Agora eu tô em dúvida, hein? Troca antes de lugar regeneração. Vou arriscar. Ah, não vou ter. É 2000. Eu tenho 1800. Vou aumentar o dano da mordida. E beleza. Deixar esses 845 aí. Bora. Todo mundo curado. O que aconteceu? Beleza. Oh, meu Deus. Tá de brincadeira, velho. Todo mundo doente de novo, mano. Putz, grila. Vamos ver se consigo fazer mais coisa aqui. Pneumonia, bronquite, anemia. Vou fazer isso aqui. Vou fazer mais desse aqui. Esse aqui eu tenho bastante. Vamos lá, vai. O que interessa. Mano, eu tenho colar, velho. Deixa eu insistir mais uma vez, vai. Eu já tenho esse colar, mano. E aí, cara?
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Please don't stay too long, sir. What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Mas não me aparece opção, cara.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Bom, deixa quieto. Vamos lá pro objetivo principal. Objetivo principal, que são os esgotos, né? Deixa eu ver aqui. Segue reto aqui. Nada hostil. Não, tem um skull ali. Está do outro lado da parede. Prosseguimos. Segue reto, bicho. Bora. E aí, parceiro? Opa. Olha! Mordida poderosa agora, hein? Parabéns, Cuba. Isso aí, velho. Nossa. Nossa, velho. Me respeite, rapaz.
Remember your vows, friend. God works with me. Oh my God.
Ô cacete.
Keep sharp, lads. Christ, he's dead. I shall fear no evil.
Chega mais, parça. Ah, não era pra eu ter feito isso, mas beleza. Cuidado. Cuidado com o quê?
It's locked.
Oxi. Não peguei nada, velho. Mancada, hein? Eu vou ter que descer na água. É isso mesmo? Ih, caramba. Que legal, hein? Aqui, ó. Não, não é. Putz, grila.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Eu abri as duas, né? Não consigo subir. Não consigo subir.
That gate should shut properly now.
Tá, é um puzzle. Perfeito. Fecha isso aqui. Caramba, hein? E fecha esse aqui. Se eu fechar os dois, Caramba, eu achei que era simples o puzzle e não é. Tem alguma coisa que eu não tô vendo aqui, hein? Tá, eu abri ali e abri ali. Opa!
That doesn't work.
Ah, então peraí. Fecho aqui.
That doesn't work.
Beleza. Boa pra caralho, né? Caralho, que lugar sinistro, velho.
I cannot enter.
Uh-oh.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Uh-oh. Não tô preparado pra isso,
The
caramba.
laws of Ascalon. Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon?
Ai, 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 ai. Você bate forte, amiguinho. Caramba, ainda bem que eu evoluí antes de vir pra cá, hein? Que senão ia tomar um pau ferrado. Já tô tomando.
Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your
Opa.
name.
Nossa.
You found your death in me. Slow as a snail. And thine shall be a fair smell to adorn thee. I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pissing. I shall crush you. Your blood is now mine.
Opa.
Return to your apothecary and needles. Down, stay down.
Morreu.
It's locked.
Tem um portão aqui, um portão aqui. Opa.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Tem mapa? Não, não tem mapa. Mano, deixa eu subir ali em cima e ver o que tem aqui em cima, que eu sou bicho curioso. Não é possível que não tenha nada aqui, velho.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Ué. Dei a volta. Sabe o que é, né? A gente tem que vasculhar cantinho por cantinho. Mano, eu tinha coisa pra fazer aqui.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Ih, rapaz.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Que porra é esta, meu amigo?
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Echo. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
FERGAL is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scout.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Como assim? Não entendi, velho. Caraca. Eu posso falar com você, rapaz? Não. Pegar um dinheirinho aqui.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, master.
Caramba, eles são conscientes, cara. Eu achei que eles não eram conscientes. procura, velho?
Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Echo.
Tá, ela tá aqui. Vamos dar uma explorada antes de... Ó, tem um esconderijo aqui, hein? Creio eu. Ah, rapaz. Deixa eu vir aqui rapidão. Posso fazer. Não vou fazer ainda não. Eu peguei um item. Eu comprei um item. E cadê esse item? Que é o sangue aqui. Provavelmente deve ter alguma seringa que eu vou usar aquilo. Entendeu? Então, opa. Uma massa. Não vou dormir. Vamos ver essa massa aqui, o potencial dela. Ó, ela dá atordoamento também. Atordoamento. Velocidade de ataque 5, vigor 30, atordoamento 15. Parece ser mais interessante, hein? Vamos ver aqui. Ritmo de tormento cada golpe da arma. Aumenta o dano causando 10%. Atordoamento. Mais atordoamento. E aí aqui eu tenho 145, 107. Ó, é melhor. Vamos posta. Tá dando 21 de atordoamento. 176 de dano. 82, 220, 40. Pô, bem melhor, mano. Beleza. Temos um esconderijo aqui. Vou dar mais uma explorada antes de descer e falar com ela. Sim, eu sou confiável, meu querido.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. You're smelling nice, eh?
Ih, rapaz, se liga.
Your place is not here.
Eu sei.
We're at your mercy when you end us.
Não se vocês não me atacarem. Tem um quarto aqui.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Já tô perdido de novo, mano. Aterro do esgoto. Ih, rapaz, quem é tu? Ô, louco. Quem é tu, meu amigo?
Are you all right, sir?
Ah, é o carinha da...
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Ô, louco.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the color of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Whatever you've done, you can't spend the rest of your life hiding here.
I just wanted to teach him a lesson. Not kill him. I'm not responsible for a murder if I didn't want to commit it. It was an accident.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Posso falar com você de novo?
I'll go back to the docks then.
Não. Interessante, né, cara? Como esse jogo, apesar de ter sido de 2018, se eu não me engano, retrata exatamente as coisas que a gente tá vivendo hoje em dia, né? Pandemia, racismo. Porta foi destrancada. Boa. Vou voltar aqui. Preciso falar com a velhinha aqui, mas ainda não. Deixa eu dar mais uma... Eu achei que isso era um baú. Deixa eu dar mais uma volta por aqui. Ó, aqui eu não vim ainda, hein?
The vampire hunters will never find us here.
Relaxa. Se aquele caçador de vampiro que eu conheci realmente é um caçador, vocês estão de boa. Porta trancada. Aqui também. Putz, não era pra sair não, caramba. Deixa eu ver. Caramba, esse jogo é grande, hein, meu? Eu pensei que esse jogo não ia ser tão grande assim não, hein? Onde que eu saí? Não sei, mas eu vou ter que voltar. Tome load de novo. Vamos lá falar com a mulher, vai. O risco é seu se você entrar. Isso aí. Entre pela só. Opa, um baú. Baú. Nossa, velho, como eu sinto falta de um minimapa nesse jogo, velho. Sério, cara. Coisa, hein? Pera aí, moça. Já falo contigo. Agora eu falo contigo.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Eita porra.
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor.
Olha o braço dela, velho.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. Oh, my body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. You leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Nós dois somos mortos-vivos.
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Estranho, hein? Quem são essas sombras?
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us, spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words, You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Suave, man.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget.
Que loucura, hein? Follow the arrows.
I cannot enter.
Ué, tava aberto ali, não tava não?
It's locked, all right.
Ô porra, agora lascou, hein? Me perdi de novo. Follow the arrows. Cadê as benditas flechas? Ali. Bem doido, bem doido. Então Skulls não é familiar, né? Eu achei que eram os familiares com outro nome, mas acho que não é não. É diferente. Beleza, agora vamos ver aonde que sai isso aqui. Que esse é o quando tiver que voltar, né?
It's locked, all right.
Tá, porra. Ah, eu saí dentro do abrigo, velho. Eu acho. Que
Welcome back,
doideira.
Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the scars, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. my body. So saith the Lord.
Porra.
Discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your chapel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
Bem-vindo, vampiro. Quer dizer, eu acho que você virou um vampiro, né? Não posso falar com ele, não? Pô, mas é mancada, né, mano? O cara me fez me dar uma volta do cacete pra...
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Tem alguém matando, né? Eu acho que eu vou encerrar por aqui. Mas antes de eu vir aqui, eu volto aqui depois, daqui a pouquinho. Deixa eu tentar fazer essa side quest aqui. Pra lá. Quem será que tá matando, hein?
Over there! There's one of them!
This could be the public house Giselle mentioned. I should investigate further.
E aí, rapaz? Se liga, mano. Ah, é assim então. Então vem, então vem. Vem pro pau então. Morre, desgraçado. Morreu. Então, né? Fala, Nick Gamer. Obrigado, cara. Muito obrigado pelo elogio, mano. Então, é aqui. Aqui aonde? Achei.
Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Uhum. Ops. Vou para a direita. Cadê a mulher, mano? É a Gisele, né? Gisele. É isso mesmo? Gisele. Fala, moça.
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me.
I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Então, Nick Gamer, sim, eu tenho uma conta lá na Twitch, mas eu ainda não parei para mexer com a Twitch ainda, tá? Eu tô fazendo aqui no YouTube, porque eu já comecei aqui no YouTube tanto os gameplays de Genshin quanto de Vampyr. Eu pretendo sim ir para Twitch mais pra frente, tá? Não vou fazer isso aqui agora porque eu vou encerrar por aqui.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Mas então, o Nick Gamer, sim, eu pretendo sim. Só que um pouco mais pra frente. Como eu tô jogando, todos os streams que eu tô fazendo direto do Play, né, do PlayStation 4, eu tô jogando no Play 4. E eu não tô usando captura de vídeo nem nada, não tô usando PC, OBS, essas coisas, tá? Então, no PS4 você escolhe, né, aonde você faz o stream, né? Se você faz no YouTube ou na Twitch, você não consegue fazer simultâneo. Então eu tô optando por fazer no YouTube por enquanto, mas mais pra frente sim, eu vou migrar pra Twitch.
It's locked.
Tá fechado, lógico.
It's locked.
Também tá fechado, óbvio. Eu tô achando que eu vou pegar algum tipo de lockpick. Não é possível, mano. Opa. Bom, deixa eu ver aqui. Ficou faltando isso aqui. Que eu acho que bugou porque eu estou com o colar. Aqui fechou tudo. Isso aqui eu preciso de nível de enfeitiçar 3. Eu consegui o nível de enfeitiçar 3. Tá. Nossa, velho, todo mundo doente. Puta que pariu. Bom, perdi a Dorothy. Beleza, Nick. Boa noite você, mano. Obrigado aí pela presença aí. Amanhã eu vou fazer mais lives. Eu vou fazer live amanhã à tarde de Genshin. E de noite eu vou fazer mais um pouco de Vampyr. Terminar logo o Vampyr. Mas boa noite, mano. Valeu, mano. Muito obrigado aí. Será que eu vou transformar o Doutor Edgar também? Provavelmente eu deveria ter transformado a Dorothy, né? Se eu não tivesse feito merda. Cacete. Deixa eu ver aqui. Tô no capítulo 3. Tá. Ih, caramba. Mais evento, ó. Tem um abrigo aqui perto, né? Com licença, meu amigo. Tem um abrigo aqui perto. Onde que era o abrigo agora? E essas travadas aqui me dão um nervoso, velho. Opa, posso analisar aqui, hein? Amostra de sangue robusto. O que nós abrimos aqui? Sonoro regenerativo. Tá. E aqui? Componente bom de empunhadura. Queria saber onde eu acho isso. Bom, é isso aí. Por hoje vou fechar aqui. E amanhã a gente continua.